Turner Cup first-round playoff between the Fort Wayne Komets and the Cleveland Lumberjacks. And Randy Markham joining us as usual once again. How's the stomach, Randy? You got that feeling in there, playoff fever?
I'm pretty excited, Tim. It's a lot of excitement out there. I'm really feeling that we can take these guys, and maybe not in 4 games. I think we can take them and lead us on to the Turner.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say Komets in 5.
I could go for that.
I'll take 4, though. If they want to do it in 4, that's okay.
You just want to see them play at home one more time.
You bet.
So that series will start 2-2, 1-1, and 1-1-1. So
yeah, that's the way that it should be. And so we are set for the Turner Cup playoffs. The opening face-off is taken by the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Defenseman will shoot it into the Komets zone wide of the Fort Wayne goal. And we'll have a whistle blown right off the bat. And it'll be an offside call against Cleveland. Good crowd on hand, although I cannot believe, Randy, that this place isn't standing room only. I'd like to know, hey, all you people sitting at home that didn't come out here, where the heck are you?
You know, I really feel they thought it was going to be sold out, so a lot of people just didn't even try, and I think that's probably the big thing. We had almost a sellout for the last game of the season.
Yeah, and it was really a meaningless game. But here we got the actual hardcore action, and we're missing about 1,000 people. The action goes in on the Cleveland zone. In behind the net is Hankinson. He puts it out front, and to take it there is Ganscher for Cleveland. Out comes Ganscher. Fired down into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick will leave it for Bob J. And here comes Lee Davidson to the line. Right side. Feeds it in on goal. Dodson makes the stop, and Ganscher with a rebound fires it out. And we'll have an icing call against Cleveland as soon as Kerry Lusick touches the puck.
Funny rebound there, Tim. You let it straight out towards the front. You don't do that.
Yeah.
The shot was given from the side. You want to shoot the puck right back into the corner where it came from. Boy, he just deflected it right up front of himself. And thank God for Cleveland. There wasn't anybody from the Komets right in front in the slot.
Not dressed for the Komets tonight, Guy Dupuis, Bob Laxo, Dave Smith, Ralph Barahona, Corey Koser, and of course not with us yet, Sylvain Cordier, Steve Wilson, and Dan Ratuzny.
As the Dan Ratuzny subject is a real sore spot among many Fort Wayne Komets fans.
Yeah, me included.
Good hit by Kerry Lusick.
Nice check by Lusick, and another hit put on by Jean-Marc. Puck will be stopped in behind the net. Lusick has it. He's being checked. It comes all the way out to Thiessen. He takes a shot from the right point, and it goes all the way over to Gruhl. Gruhl puts it back out to center ice. Cleveland drops it right back into the Fort Wayne zone, and Gruhl gloved it down. And Lusick goes after it. He takes a couple of jabs. Reddick drops it down for Jean-Marc Richard. Richard up to Gruhl. He's got Savage on the line with him. Scott winds up, shoots one into the corner. Comes over to the near side, all the way back out to center ice, fed back into the Cleveland zone. And Thiessen around the boards, kept in by Chibriev, in behind the net. Fired back into the Fort Wayne zone, all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call against the Muskegon. Here I go already. Muskegon, Cleveland Lumberjacks.
What do you mean already? It's only been a full season.
Jeez. Give me a break. It's just hard to get out of there, Randy. Same colors. Muskegon's been in the league for how long? Then they finally go to Cleveland. It's just old habit.
And 3/4 of the players are the same.
The article is about Mikhailiuk. You know, he's only like 80-some goals back of Scott's goal-scoring record. Do you think Dave will try to last the next couple of years, see if he can get the record?
I don't know how important it is to him, Tim, but I think his size and stuff will allow him to play a little bit longer.
And here we go. Bob J. and Ganscher down there.
Yeah, good for Bob J. Not taking any of that stuff off of Ganscher.
Well, you know how Ganscher is. He's a whiner, a crybaby, and name it.
And a good hockey player.
And a good hockey player,
He's tough. He's tough. He might be all those, but he's awful tough with the puck.
So the referee puts them both in the box. He's going to get control of it early, I do believe. Yes. Who's our official tonight? Have you checked him out?
No, I haven't. I think it looks like it's Adam. tell you the truth, out of Colorado.
As soon as he gets turned around, we'll check out who the referee is. 2 minutes delay a game. Adam is the referee.
Yep.
Jay and Ganshar cool a couple. Delay a game. So it's a 4-on-4 situation.
You like that?
Yeah. Face-off. Put back into the Cleveland corner. And Quinn behind his own net. Feeds it out right wing side. Nelson, he flips it into the Fort Wayne zone, goes into the corner. Grant Richison has the puck behind his own net. Fed up the ice, Ian Boyce has it. Boyce drops it over, and Davidson has a shot. Oh, just wide of the net.
Beautiful play, though, Tim. Real heads-up hockey by Ian Boyce.
And in case you're wondering who that number 10 is out there for the Fort Wayne Komets, that is Bob Wilkie back in town.
Be an icing here. Yep.
Icing Komets, 17:26 left to go in the first period. No score. One shot for the Komet on goal, none for the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
You know, Tim, just in the pregame, just as I said, we would not be keying on any player. And just as I said, Ian Boyce was keying on Dave Mikhailuk real heavily. And a lot of times when you do that, Tim, you'll be the one picking up the puck.
Yeah.
When you key on that their top player like that.
So the face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone to the left of Komet goaltender Pokey Reddick. Colin Chin will take the draw for the Komets. And Grant Block will take the face-off for Cleveland.
See, Elvis is looking good tonight.
Yeah, all gold tonight. Face-off, won by the Komets. Jean-Marc Richard carries it around from behind his net, on up the ice to Chinner. Chinner over to Willett. Willett into the zone, feeds the pass into the corner. Block there for Cleveland, takes the nice hit.
Nice hit.
And is tipped back in by Richard. And Tour.
There's a trip.
Whoa.
Tripping penalty.
Going to be called a trip on the Fort Wayne Komets. So that will give Cleveland a man advantage. And it'll be a 4-on-3 situation. Komets 2 men short, Cleveland 1 man short.
Kelly Hurd sporting a Dickie. You don't see those too often.
Yeah, Gruhl wears one of those. Not that cold in here tonight, is it?
It doesn't seem to be.
So the Komets are going to have to cool 56 seconds left on Bob Jay's penalty. I always get a little squeamish when I only see 7 skaters out there, Randy. An awful lot of weird things can happen.
Yes, that's for sure.
4-on-3, yeah.
Predominantly black.
Yes. Face-off taken by the Lumberjacks. Jamie Leach with the puck. Feeds it down to Priestley. He goes in, looks, shoots, and a save. And now we're going to have a penalty call. Slash is going to be the call. So Adam right on top of the situation tonight. Slashing is going to be the call. And it's going to be Chin. Boy, and the Komets getting in early penalty box problems here. That will be delayed penalty until Bob Jay's penalty has expired.
Well, fans don't like that, but well, let's just hope, Tim, that he calls a tight game all the way through. And if he does, I'll be happy. But so often you see him do this and they get almost seems to be one-sided. But gosh, in playoff hockey, you got to just about let him go a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Still 4-on-3 situation for 40 seconds yet, and then Cleveland will have a 2-man advantage. Nelson at the Priestley. Deep slot Priestley. Over to Nelson. He shoots the one wide. It comes off the glass and goes all the way back to center ice. And Cleveland with the man advantage here. Priestley leaves it off. He has it back. He's looking for a man. Deep slot. He will hold on to it. Back over to Priestley. Priestley back to Gauthier. And Reddick a good state save. And it kicks it to the sideboards. And who's got the puck? Nelson. Back out, and we'll have a shot, and a great glove save by Pokey Reddick on that shot.
As we said many times before, Tim, when Pokey's on. He's awful tough to beat. And Of course, the players and coach voted him the MVP of the team and Superior Player of the Year. So so far he's playing to the right tune.
Okay, here's the situation. The Komets have 2 men in the penalty box. Kelly Hurd is in there for another minute and 3 seconds. Chin is in there for 1:58. Cleveland has their full complement of skaters out there on the ice, so it's a 2-man advantage for the Cleveland Lumberjacks. And the face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone to the left of Pokey Reddick. No score if you just joined us. Ganscher feeds it on back to the boards. Racing over is Priestley and Richison. And Bob J in there. He's fighting hard for the puck. The Komets are aggressive on this
situation.
They put it right back down the ice.
All Bobby J there, Tim.
Yes,
all Bobby J.
Man was possessed on that. 40 seconds left in the Cleveland 2-man advantage. Here comes Nelson to the line. Feeds it on around behind the net. Pokey slows it down. Richison grabs it, shoots it on out. Is kept in by Priestley at the right point. Gauthier fed into the side of the net. Look out. Nelson can't control the pass. And it's going to be in by Priestley at the left point. He feeds it over to Gauthier. He shoots, and a great save by Reddick. Richison ices it down the length of the rink, and we got 12 seconds left. And then Kelly Hurd will come out, and the Komets will only be 1 man short.
12 feet down the net, Tim, for Reddick to stop that shot and cut down that angle. Great job.
Here comes Gauthier, left off to Ganscher. Ganscher, he takes a shot, and Reddick has it, and he'll hang on for a face-off. Boy. And that killed off the 1 penalty, and now Colin Chin has 54 seconds left in his, so it's a 5-on-4 situation, Randy. I liked what I saw there.
Spray a little water on Pokey. He's awful hot right now. Just let's see if it can last for 60 minutes. That's a tough one to call.
5-1 shots on goal favoring Cleveland. They have had a 2-man advantage for quite some time, so that doesn't surprise me if they have the shot advantage. Thiessen at the left point, fed off to Leach. Leach backhands it on deep into this Komet zone. Wilkie into check. Man behind the net, fed off to the side. Richard, it's in the stick of Richard, and he sends it down the length of the rink. 37 seconds left in Chinner's penalty. And the Komets doing a very good job of killing this Cleveland power play off. Dobson leaves it behind the net. And Tour fed up to Jason Smart. He fires it down into the zone, and Reddick will leave it there. Bob J goes after it. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Boyce tries to clear it out, and he does.
Sir.
Gets it all the way back down to the Cleveland zone. 6 seconds left in the penalty, and we'll be even Steven here. Here comes Tour, and they kill it off, ladies and gentlemen.
Unbelievable.
The Komets will kill off a 2-man disadvantage. Joel Savage on the ice. Goes back into the Fort Wayne zone. There it's taken by Bobby J. Bob J up. It goes. Davidson tips it. Tipped back at center ice and down into the Cleveland zone it goes.
Oh, watch this one here.
And Tour giving the stick to Savage. Here comes Major. Mark Major in behind the net. Fed on around into the corner. Major has the puck. Feeds it up, and it's going to be taken by Cleveland. Feeds it over to the near side. Savage golfs it out to center ice. And Duberman back up to Black. He dumps it down into the Fort Wayne zone, and Kevin McDonald to Savage. Back on the defense to McDonald. McDonald fires it down in, and the defense for Cleveland has it. Major gives chase. He's got Gruhl checking on him. Look out right in front of the net.
That should have been a goal there, Tim. They just couldn't get a hold of it.
Right out in front again, and it's going to be taken by nobody yet. And I believe we'll have a whistle down in the Fort Wayne zone with 12:44 left. Period 1, no score.
As much as I hate to say it, Tim, Major did a heck of a pass there behind the back as he's going behind the net, right after the slide. Luckily for the Komets, Cleveland couldn't get a hold of the puck.
12:44 left, period 1. 0-0 the score. 5-1 shots on goal in favor of the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
There's some shots of our fantastic crowd.
12:44, folks. No score yet. Good crowd on hand. I'm going to guess right around
6,500, 6,700?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I'll just give you my official guess later on.
Of course. Parking was deplorable outside.
Oh, jeez. In the Fort Wayne zone, Wilkie up against the boards, and he comes out with a puck. Wilkie to Hankinson. Hankinson looks for Boyce, can't get to him. Wilkie takes it in, drops it back to Hankinson. He can't get the return pass over to Boyce, and Gauthier will carry it out for the Lumberjacks. To the Fort Wayne line goes Cleveland, over to Mikhailic, and it's going to be taken by the Komets' Jean-Marc Richard. He will flip it into the Cleveland zone, on around behind the net.
Oh,
Dobson can't stop it. Komets make the line change. Here comes Gauthier. He fires it in on net, and funny rebound comes to Kelly Hurd. Here comes Kelly. He's motoring, passes it up. Igor goes after it.
Interference.
Fed around behind the net. Gauthier will get it for the Lumberjacks. Tips it out to center ice. Jason Smart. Bob J is there. Feeds it off to Grant. Grant tips it to Igor. And it's going to come over here to the near boards. And Cleveland goes into the zone. And taken by Igor. He's got Chin, just missed the pass. Chin will take the puck. Drops it off for Hurd. Hurd goes in, looks, shoots, and the save made by Dobson. The rebound goes to the corner.
What a good play by Kelly Hurd.
And Hurd, and we're going to have a penalty call here on the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Cross-checking is going to be the call. And the Komets will get the power play now. And into the sin bin goes number 4, Travis Thiessen.
Great move by Kelly Hurd going to the corner there, Timmy. He held back a little bit, hit the Cleveland player, and then made a fantastic move between his feet with the puck. Just a real heads-up play by Kelly Hurd.
Cross-checking the call on Thiessen, 11:16 left. Komets on the power play. Their power play unit will consist of Joel Savage, of course, Colin Chin, Scott Gruhl, Jean-Marc Richard, and Bob Wilkie. Face off to the left of Rob Dobson. Hoberg ready to drop the puck, and a face-off won by Fort Wayne, but it goes all the way back to their blue line. And Jean-Marc Richard has it for the Komets. Everybody goes back, gets set up. Lead pass to Chin, misses. Savage hanging up the blue line there. I didn't see it until he skated out. Jean-Marc Richard over to Scott Gruhl. Scott winds up, fires it around, stopped by Dobson in behind the net, and here comes Tour, and we're going to have a
offsides.
Right, you are. Offside Komets with 10:50 left. 1:34 left on the Komet power play.
Player is offsides, and the goaltender touched it. That's what happened. Not a lot of offense here, Tim, what we saw the other night with Kalamazoo.
Well, this is playoff hockey. You're not going to see that end-to-end action like you do in a regular season. It's different. It is really different. I guess that's what makes it so intense is the tight checking and the defense and just everything with playoff hockey is so much different. Komets over to Jean-Marc Richard. Joel Savage has the puck. He puts it out to Bob Wilkie. Wilkie looks around, feeds it over to Jean-Marc. Jean-Marc winds up, shoots, and the rebound comes off a Dobson stick.
Great
It'll be
effort.
kept in by the Komets. Wilkie to Chinner. Back to Wilkie. Whoa. And it's going to be kept in by Gruhl. Gruhl did a good job. Has taken off his stick, though, and going to be iced down to the Fort Wayne zone. 1 minute left in the Komet power play. 10:16 left in period 1. No score. Here comes Jean-Marc to Bob J. He fires it around behind the net all the way to the near side, and Igor along with Mikhailic. It goes back in the corner to Willett. Back to Igor. Igor with the puck. Looks around. Back to Willett. Back out to Igor. Igor over to Grant. Grant winds up, and the shot deflects wide and over. Komets score!
I'll tell you, got to give a lot of credit to Igor Chibriev, Tim. He drew a lot of attention over the side of the net. And then Grant Richison taking the big shot from out front, and Kelly Hurd just poking it home.
That first goal is a big goal. You always like to get on the board first, and the Komets have a pretty impressive record when they score the first goal.
And I think Cleveland's had the most pressure applied here during this first half of the first period, and Komets capitalized on that power play.
And that goal came at 10 minutes, 12 seconds of the first period. 1-0 Komets in Game 1 of the Turner Cup playoffs. Kelly Hurd gets the power play goal for the Komets. Grant Richison with 1 assist, and Igor Chibriev with the other assist. Kelly Hurd from Richison and Chibriev at 10-12 of period number 1 makes it 1-0 Fort Wayne.
Heads up.
And down and out of play. We'll have a whistle and a stoppage of play. Randy? Finally.
I tell you, it's almost done when you start putting the icing on it. It's not time to eat cake yet, but we're getting there.
What book did you get that out of? Huh?
I don't know, I just kind of made that one up as it goes.
I see.
Now, you talked about before not being, this is playoff, like it's a whole new slate. And, really, there's no tomorrow. Every game in the playoffs counts.
That's right. It's not like single elimination, but if you lose a home game, you're in deep, deep doggy-doo.
Right.
So we're waiting for a little ice repair done by Cronenberg down here. Patching up the hole on the ice. And let's see, we got a heck of a fan in the stand interview at the end of the first period. Mark Gavart will interview the one, the only, Pat Steldy, our ace crack director, videographer, technical musician, and former Roto-Rooter man at the end of the first period.
He's been in a lot of rotos before. I'm sure.
Yeah, he was telling me about some of his hospital Roto-Rooters the other day.
Hey, my favorite on the ice there, Steve Fletcher. Finally had the opportunity to get him out there.
Yeah, that's his first ice time for Steve.
We're kind of even right now. And I've talked to a lot of people over this week, Tim, and everybody feels the same way we do. He played a pretty much regular shift the last game and was very effective, I think. And he's not a big stick handler, not a big scorer, but I'll tell you what, he intimidates a lot of people and makes many players make more use of their neck muscles.
Yes.
Going into the corners, look to see where he is going to be coming from next.
Where's Fletch?
And he likes to hit, likes to take the body.
Face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone, and the face-off taken out down, and here goes Fletcher in on his man. Oh, Steve almost had it. And he puts the body onto Tour. Smith for Cleveland dumps it in. That's offsides Black, about 4 feet into the zone, and it's offsides Cleveland. McDonald and Tour looking at each other in front.
And Justin Duberman and Chin were going kind of bumping it a little bit.
Hey, happy Sunday morning. This during the playoff system here, we're going to be showing games on Sunday and Wednesday. Hopefully right into May when the Komets beat San Diego 4-3 in the Turner Cup Finals.
Al Tour, Tim, you saw him play with Cincinnati at the start of the year. They really did some shakeup, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. Understand Bruce Boudreau is in the stands tonight. He's up there above the Komets team championship sign right next to Perfection Biscuits.
Ted Rolfe.
He's going to be scouting the Atlanta Indy Series for the Komets. Here comes Chin into the zone. He feeds it off to Savage, and Savage is checked off of it. Here comes Cleveland. And now we're going to call it back. And who's hurt? Got a Cleveland player down next to the goal.
Missed it totally.
33, Paul Dick. Never did find out that's any relation to Larry. Spells it the same way.
That would be interesting.
So they attend to Paul Dick next to the Cleveland net. Paul Dick is a defenseman, has 69 games played, 6 goals, 21 assists for 27 points. So it looks like he's going to be okay. The face-off will be just outside the Fort Wayne blue line. 8:39 left, period number 1. 1-0, Fort Wayne in the lead.
Well, did Mark Gavart talk last week about a former Comet player with the Maine
Black Bears?
Black Bears?
Bruce Major,
yes.
assistant coach. Hey, look at the guys up in Section 1 there. Boy, all this is shining tonight. And here we go, back to action. Fed into the Fort Wayne zone. Lusick will take the puck behind his own net. Kerry Lusick brings it out. And Lusick fires it into the corner. Chibriev sidesteps a check from Thiessen. Boy, Igor can... Whoa, right out front. Nice defensive play by Thiessen to get it back behind the goal line. Jean-Marc Richard fires it around, comes all the way over the near boards. And Mark Major just dumped Lusick. Jean-Marc has the puck back up to Igor. Igor feeds it through to Willett. Here comes Paul Willett. He looks, shoots, and the rebound trickles wide. Major backhands it around the board. Chibriev feeds it back in behind, and Willett. Thiessen backhands it out, and it's going to be flipped back in. It'll be offside, but Fort Wayne vacates the zone, and they make a line change. Here's Mark Major. Fired deep into the Fort Wayne zone behind the net. Grant Richison, who plays well against Cleveland. As you know, he was with the Pittsburgh at the beginning in camp, had a good camp, but they cut him loose. So he's got a score to settle with these guys here. Bob J pinches in.
That's right, just like I said before.
Ooh, right out to the side of the net. Boyce looks, and a nice save by Dobson. Bob J has the rebound. Covering nicely for Bob is Hankinson back at the point. It's going to be fed around the near boards by the goaltender. Got the A, takes it back, hands it up, and it's going to, Mikhailic falls down. Bob J fires it right back into the Cleveland zone. 6:55 left, period number 1. No shootouts during the playoffs, right, Randy?
Right. Should be an icing there. No.
And it isn't. Bob J fires it around the boards, waiting for it. There is Boyce.
Linesman getting, referee getting away a little bit.
And they'll whistle it down just inside the Fort Wayne zone with 6:41 left. 6-5 shots on goal in favor of the Komets. 1-0 on the board in favor of the K's. Good look at Ian Boyce.
Ian Boyce got the Gallmeyer Award this year for the contribution to the community.
And he does a good job.
Something to that effect, I know.
Very unselfish man.
Very intelligent man.
He's got.
Graduate from the University of Vermont, biology major.
Bob Wilkie over to McDonald.
Oh, high sticking. And a hold.
And a hold. He's going to even it up.
Yep.
We'll have a 2-on-2. We'll be skating 4-on-4 here.
McDonald saying, I just had my arm around it. Just, I thought we were friends. And next thing I know, he finds his sticker on his face.
6:33 left in period 1, and McDonald will cool a couple, and Mikhailic will cool 2. That's all right. Take the leading, or one of the leading scorers off the ice for 2 minutes. And that's Dave Mikhailic. Well, 82 games played for Mikhailic. He has 47 goals, 65 assists for 112 points, and he's the leading scorer on the team. Daniel Gauthier right behind him with 106 points.
Well, not too shabby.
Nope. And with Gruhl retiring next year, maybe the Komets could work a deal out with Pittsburgh and get Mikhailic in here. Huh? I bet he'd like to play here.
Have all Muskegon's cast-offs, right?
Whose?
Well, I mean...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gruhl's with Muskegon.
I got saved on that one, didn't
That's true.
Former Muskegon player.
And Bob Wilkie has the puck. It's around his man, feeds a nice one up to Chinner. Chinner into the zone, goes right side. Back to Wilkie, and it's going to be held on to by Rob Dobson.
It's important there to see what Chin did when the puck was going on towards the net. He went to the net and didn't skate past it. You never want to skate by that puck because you never know, the referee might not blow the whistle and freeze the puck and plays on its way to the other end.
Never assume anything. Wait until you hear the whistle. Or don't wait until you hear the whistle. Just keep on playing.
You made a note in that last play out there, last shift anyway. Bobby J pinching in there. Boy, you got to watch that, kids.
Yeah, your teammates have to be well aware of what you're doing, or you could get burned severely.
It takes a certain type of defense, a team that likes to play and likes to skate.
Fed around, look out, a shot in on Reddick, and he hangs on. And Pokey just got back to the side to cover that one, too. That was a shot by Jamie Leach. Saw a little thing on TV on Sports Channel the other night, Randy, about the New York Rangers and their woes that they're having. Won the regular season championship last year, finished last this year in the Patrick division. The fans were in the stand with the sign, "One Stanley Cup, please, before we die." The last time they won the Stanley Cup was in 1940.
What was amazing about that, Tapson, was that the kid holding the sign was 4 years old. So, and Pat Steldy said something about Mike Keenan. Yeah, he's on their list, I think, as far as possible.
That's right.
As a coach. He signed him. Oh, well, thanks,
yeah,
Pat.
they weren't going to say anything the other day, but now that the season's over, it's a good move. Keenan's a good hockey man. Whoa, a nice deflection by Savage, but the save was made by Dobson, and it comes back out to center ice. Joel Savage with the puck for the Komets. Feeds it off the boards. It goes to Dunn of Cleveland. Back to Savage on the Komet zone. Here comes John Mark. He looks for somebody to pass to. He'll feed it into the zone. Komets will make change on the play. Tour to Nelson. Fed back out. Willett will have it at center ice for the Komets. Whoa, he just about threaded the needle to Lucic.
The defense is playing up. I cannot believe it.
They're way up. Here comes Willett. He's got Chibriev. Here goes Igor. Whoa!
Gosh, what a beautiful play. You know, he had time, Tim. He just had a little bit more time, too.
And Igor has the puck again. He goes around front, tries a backhand. Igor running around out there, I'll tell you.
Amazing, isn't he? And the fans appreciate it, too. You love that.
Icing against Cleveland with 4:58 left, period one. 1-0 to score, Fort Wayne. 25 seconds left on the penalties to Mikhailiuk and McDonald of the Fort Wayne Komets as we get a good look at Igor Chibriev.
And you know, Tim, he had the puck there. He had both the goaltender and the defenseman down. He went ahead and shot, and he knows just after he let go of the puck, I could just held it one more millisecond there and moved to my left. Could have a clear net. But that always happens when you let go of the puck with a big blistering shot or a pass. It's always that second thought. But you got to come back out and do it again the next shift.
Face-off will be taken by Willett, and Jason Smart of the Lumberjacks goes back to Paul Louse. Haven't seen much ice time for Louse tonight.
And he's one of their little better players.
And another icing call against Cleveland with 4:44 left. Period one, 1-0 to score.
You know, I saw my first
there we
popcorn
get a
vendor out here.
Good look at Bruce Boudreau next to Derek Ray.
Ted Rolfe.
And
Don
Ted
Detter
Rolfe.
in the red. There's Mike Franke in the left.
Mike Franke. Derek with the dapper suspenders on tonight there. Bruce looks the same.
Yeah.
There's the Franke brothers. Those
Dave
guys
on
can
the
be
left,
proud
Mike
of
on
what
the
they
right.
have accomplished here in Fort Wayne.
And just a couple of great guys to work for, too, believe me.
Cleveland will bring it out to center ice. Louse dumps it into the Fort Wayne zone, goes into the corner. Bob J. and Louse in the corner. It comes out to the Komets, out to Scotty Gruhl. He winds up, shoots one in. No, the rebound just missed Kelly Hurd. Dumped back into the Fort Wayne zone.
It's an icing. Oh, he waved it off.
And he waved the icing off and fell down because he put his wave off sign to it. He lost his feet right then. Cronenberg's got a little snowflakes on the derriere there. People love it when the linesmen fall down, don't they?
Or the referee gets blasted in the check, something like that.
Quinn up to Mikhailiuk. McDonald with it. Fed back to Thiessen. Uh-oh. Here goes Gancher. He shoots a high one. Boy, he was gone top shelf.
Perry, it's 4-6.
Yes, not 12 by 18. Hey, Wilkie comes up with the puck for the Komets. He's got Ian Boyce. Ian Boyce looks up wide, shoots a bullet just wide of the net. Boy, Boyce can fire that biscuit on the full stride.
And he can skate, too. I thought he might take it in a little closer.
Here goes Mikhailuk. He gets around Jay, and was saved by Reddick. And the rebound taken by Davidson, cleared out to center ice, and Todd Nelson, close call.
I thought for sure that was the one.
Here goes Gauthier. That's their big line. Gauthier into the corner, back behind the net, Ganscher. Ganscher falls down. Davidson and Smart. And now Bob Jay in there fighting for it.
Come on, hold him up there, hold him up there.
Around behind the net, Gauthier. Right out in front, Reddick. Oh, boy.
See that going off a Grant Richison skate, I believe.
Or things like that, they could go either way. Dump right back into the Fort Wayne zone. 2:40 left, period 1. 1-0 to score. And Lee Davidson will fire this one down. This is, let's get things organized here. Look at Fletch go after his man. Icing Komets. And I'll tell you, folks, the ticket prices here, $7.50 for the upper arena, $8.50 for the lower arena and ice level, which isn't too bad. Of course, they've got special discount rates for those 12 and under and senior citizen discounts. But you go to Cleveland, you're going to pay $18, $14, and $12, and it'll cost you a nice fat $6 to park your vehicle in the parking lot there. So anytime you think you don't have it made in Fort Wayne when it comes to ticket prices, check the rest of the league prices out, and you will change your mind quickly.
Or go into Indianapolis and sit ringside, and you're sitting in the back about 70 feet horizontally. That's ringside. You got to look over everybody's head.
Yeah.
This rink is just set up perfect for hockey.
Yes, it is. Jean-Marc Richard with the puck with the Fort Wayne Komets. He puts it up the ice. Chinner has it. Chin backhands it down into the zone. And Fletch goes after his man. And
he puts squeeze play,
nice
too.
Check. On Nelson, he did that too. Nelson falls down. It comes right out to Priestley. Here comes Priestley. He'll fire it in. That's an icing. And they call it.
Barely.
Just barely is right. 2:04 left. 1-0 Komets. 8-7 shots on goal. And the shots on goal in the playoffs you will normally see less of.
And you saw how Steve Fletcher took out his player. You got to straddle that body so player cannot go forward or backwards. And you then you look for the puck. But you don't go anywhere until you take that man out. Then worry about the puck.
That's right.
Great job by Steve Fletcher. Has a lot of practice. Likes to hit. Likes to take the man. Paul Willett centering the puck. Played last year with Johnny Anderson and did a heck of a job.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Randy, we're talking about the Indianapolis Ice and their playoff series with Atlanta. The first 2 games will be played at Market Square Arena and not at the Pepsi Coliseum. Chibriev backhands it to Willett. Willett goes into the zone, stops, looks around, feeds it across. Chibriev in the corner, right out front, but it's taken by the Cleveland defense, and it'll be out at center ice, and Igor tried to dump it back in, but it hit Priestley. Priestley's checked off the puck. Bouncing puck comes up to the Komets, Kelly Hurd. Here goes Kelly. Thiessen comes up with the puck. Louse behind the net. And Eagle, no, sooner or later they're going to make a hook call, and the Komets are going to go shorthanded for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think Tim Kelly got away with a couple of them there. Just a couple quick jabs because the Cleveland player got past him. And I was wondering what the referee's going to do because he's looking right at him, right there in the corner, and there, sure enough.
Well, you hate to take a penalty in the offensive zone. Not the place you want to do it. So Kelly Hurd goes in hooking 2 minutes. We've got 1:22 left in period number 1, and the Komets in a lead at 1-0. And don't forget, in between periods number 1, Mark Gavart will interview Pat Stelte.
It's a great line the Komets got out there right now. Tim Hankinson, Boyce, Richison, and Bobby J. A lot of legs out there.
Face-off taken by the Fort Wayne Komets. Bob J. Off the glass, look out in the crowd. Down in lower 42.
Ooh. Hopefully they didn't hit anybody.
I got clubbed down there one night. The old Columbus Owls were up here playing. John Fleisch in the warm-ups took a big shot and hit the crossbar. went up in the air and I lost sight of it, but I found it real quick when it hit me right on top of the head. They felt so bad for me, they gave me a free little transistor radio for that.
Who did?
I forget who it was. I didn't get the puck, I got the radio. Remember Johnny Fleisch, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Guy had a lot of talent, but he's just a little too many screws.
Wow!
Boy, oh boy, did Richison put the hit on Gauthier. Here comes down, a shot, nice save by Reddick, and the rebound and hold it. We're going to have another penalty call.
Charging.
Yeah, charging call. And now a great Ganscher and Richison looking at each other. And the linesmen go in, and here comes the whole host of players. And Boyce takes his man out. That all comes with 54 seconds left in the first period. We're going to have to wait and see what the penalty calls are here.
Well, Gauthier, Tim, was really trying to line up Richison, and Richison really let him have it. And Gauthier, I thought was going to get hurt going into the boards.
Yeah, he did take a funny fall there.
It's those type of spills that can cause shoulder separations.
Oh, yeah.
Twisted knees. And
when I say funny, I mean odd.
Yes, I know.
Here goes Gauthier into the box.
Should be just one. I can't see whether the Komets are guilty of any other. Al Simpson's feeding it to him there, shaking his finger.
And Roger Masono.
Might be Richison going. Looks like it is.
Waits to open the box. What's going on, he says. Okay, somebody's going in. It's going to be Grant. Richison goes in.
It'll be interesting to see what that call is. Now, Grant, come on, settle down.
So Richison into the box. Kelly Hurd has 1:33 left on his penalty. Gauthier in for the Cleveland Lumberjacks. We'll get the official call here from Jim Amstutz, formerly of 101.7.
I think that was an atrocious mistake for that radio station.
Boy, I guess.
Well, you know, the guy is all local, and you want to take care of those local people, but, oh, well, I'm not going to.
I'll say it. I think it was a bad move on the part of 95.1 to do what they did. They messed up a good oldie station right there.
Well, too, you know, you look at all these people that come back to Fort Wayne to peddle their wares, and Chuck Bailey's one of them. He's back in Fort Wayne.
And Jim Reed, a good DJ.
Jim Reed.
And Richison is leaving the ice. We'll get the call here.
Well, let's hope he's not got a misconduct, because if he does, it's
yeah, that hurts if you have a 10-minute misconduct, and maybe that's what it is. We'll have to wait. Seems to be a long conference going on between the official and the linesman. And we should get the announcement now as he's telling Jim Amstutz. Jim's getting ready to do the racing this year, though. He's all fired up about the racing. Gauthier got 2 roughing. Grant
I don't know
got a 2 roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. So that will mean the Komets will skate with 3 skaters on the ice and Cleveland with 4. Or 5. What do we got? Somehow Cleveland has 5 players out there, Randy. 2-man advantage for Cleveland. This is crunch time. We'll see if the Komets can kill it off again. And they clear the zone. Ganscher can't get it at the point. He has to go back and get it. 48 seconds left in period 1. Cleveland with a 2-man advantage. And Shin chases after it. He has it behind the net. Looks and fires it. Can't get it out. Ganscher over to Todd Nelson. Back to Ganscher. Cleveland feeding it around. They're just working their way in. See him collapsing in there a little bit. Nelson at the deep slot. He has the puck. He will put it over to Ganscher. Back to Nelson. He shoots and it's knocked off by Chen. Lusick right at home in front of the goal there. 12 seconds left in the period. Cleveland with a 2-man advantage. They shoot and it's blocked again by Jean-Marc. Fed off to the side, and Cleveland crashes the net, and look out, the Komets are not going to get it out. That's the end of the first period. And the Komets successfully so far have held off Cleveland on the two-man disadvantage. Kelly Hurd has 39 seconds left in his penalty. Grant, 1:07 left in his minor. At the end of one period, the score of the Fort Wayne Komets 1, the Cleveland Lumberjacks 0. Total shots on goal, 8 apiece. So we'll be right back with a special interview with Mark Gavart and Pat Steldy. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Komet Hockey on your Access Channel, Channel 10. And we are back at Memorial Coliseum for second period action between the Komets and the Lumberjacks. Komets in a one-goal lead at 1-0. And that one came from Kelly Hurd, assisted by Grant Richison, Igor Chibriev. And that came at 10-12 of period one. The Komets have a two-man disadvantage to kill off right now, Randy.
Well, Tim, at the end of that first period, you thought for sure that Cleveland could score, and you wouldn't be too upset at the Komets because they're down 2 players. But with the play in the Komets' end, the Komets kept the puck out, and it was very important for that to happen. And we're going into the second period ahead 1-0, and I'm getting some good vibes. They're playing well even when they're short, so let's just hope they keep it up.
That is correct. Kelly Hurd has 39 seconds left in his penalty. Grant Richison 1:07 in his, but Grant will be gone for an additional 10 minutes on the misconduct call. So Chin, Jean-Marc Richard, and Perry Lusick will take the face-off for the Komets to open second period of play. Cleveland with the puck over to Todd Nelson. Nelson carries it in, feeds it off to Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk centering pass, Leach. Back out to Nelson, over in the corner. Priestley back out deep slot Nelson. Priestley off to the side of the net. Look out right there on the side, and missing the net was Ganscher. 8 seconds left, and the Komets will be down by 1 man. Mikhailuk with the puck. He feeds it in, look out, shot, and it's going to be blocked by Lusick, and he will lay right on top of it. 1 second left.
Great job by Kerry Lusick. Stay-at-home defenseman.
1 second left in Hurd's penalty. So if the Komets can win this draw, that will be very beneficial. Cleveland, vice versa, if they can win the draw cleanly, they will have a chance to get a shot on goal here.
Got Davey Mikhailuk out there in the right wing. He's a lot like Scotty Gruhl, Tim. He could be a threat from about any position he wants. He doesn't shoot the puck quite as hard as Scotty does, but
that's true.
I've seen him score from a lot of different angles, and one to be watching for.
Ready for the face-off. Priestley and Davidson, and the draw goes into the corner. And fed nicely back down to the Cleveland end of the ice, and the Komets 1 man short for 20 seconds, and then they will be even Steven. Paul Laus behind his net. They will bring it out. Losing control of it was Priestley. Fed right back in on the defense. And here comes Laus. Dumped into the corner. Lusick golfs it over into the other corner. And
there we go.
Time has expired, and the Komets have successfully killed off another 2-man disadvantage.
Again.
That gives you a lot of confidence, I think.
And you wonder, though, how many times it's going to be able to do that, though, Tim. The law of averages is going to be against you.
That's true. They keep themselves out of the box.
Heads
nice
up.
Save by Reddick, and the rebound fed right back out, not out of the zone, though. Boyce will get it, and he's going to have Wilkie with a puck. Wilkie over to Kevin McDonald. Fed down into the Cleveland zone. A weird bounce off the boards. Whew. All the way down into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. And it's icing against Cleveland.
Wilkie did a heck of a job dumping Sandy Smith down there in front, running into Pokey Reddick, too. Pokey just holding him up a little bit.
Want to wish a very special happy birthday to Joe Harkins. You know, Joe sets in for you when you do the shoot-offs and stuff. Also of Live Wire's DJ service, Joe Harkins. Happy birthday today. Joe is 72 years old.
He looks great. Looks great.
Oh, did I say 72? Oh, 32. Give or take 40 years.
And I'd say it looks pretty bad for 32.
It's also him and his wife, Sherry's anniversary, their 13th. of wedded bliss. So happy birthday and happy anniversary, Joe and Sherry Harkins. Joe, 32. I'm just kidding you. Doesn't look a day older than that either. Here goes the Komets. It's going to be fed back out center ice. Wilkie with the puck. Feeds it right back into the Cleveland zone. Fought for in there. Cleared back out to the Fort Wayne defensive zone, and McDonald will go back. Feeds it up the boards, and it goes back to the Cleveland blue line. And Nelson will gather it in for the Lumberjacks there off the glass. And down to the Fort Wayne defense, McDonald. He fires it around the boards. Goes all the way back out to Quinn. Savage hauls him off of it. Chin back in behind the net. 1-0 to score in favor of Fort Wayne. Whoa.
No penalty.
No penalty call.
Ooh, John Mark was waiting for that one.
Yeah.
Let go of his stick.
We get away with one there. Fighting for it. Savage, he looks, feeds it off to the side, and Gruhl tries to tip it in. And it's underneath Priestley.
Bobby J going through a lot of torture bringing the puck from the red line into the blue line, and just doing a good job of keeping it in the zone.
17:04 left, period number 2. 1-0 to score in favor of Fort Wayne in game 1 of the Turner Cup playoffs.
Now, Bobby J's may be a believer out of him. I'll tell you what, because I always was not really boisterous against him, but a little picky and never thought that he had that many offensive skills. But boy, I'll tell you what, he's really come on this last couple of years and just been a real contribution to the Komet fans and their effort out here. Of course, most valuable defenseman.
Face-off is taken by Cleveland. They fire it back to the Fort Wayne zone, and Bob J with the puck. An American product, Bob J is. From Massachusetts, I believe.
That's right. Played at Merrimack College.
And Bobby J has the puck. Chin dumps it off into center ice, back to Kevin Priestley. He plays it off the boards. It stays in the Cleveland zone. Fed up to center ice, intercepted by Bob J. Fed off to Gruhl. He leaves it off for Savage, bouncing the puck over his stick. Back on the defense to Lucic. He fires it into the zone. Louse in behind his net. Fed off the boards and down to the Fort Wayne end of the ice, and it's going to be another icing call against Cleveland.
Kerry Lucic, Tim, doing a real good job there. The last rush, if you want to call it a rush, they end up icing the puck. But Kerry definitely doing a good job of trying to pinch in. You don't see him backing up right away. He's letting the forwards come back and pick up his position as he pinches in. So good to see a different style of play by Coach Al Sims. Little torture to her there.
Puck not cleared out. Boyce keeps it in. He feeds it in. A nice save by Dobson. Just got it at the last possible second. Here we go. Whoa. How did Dobson stop it? He got the big stick out there and kept it from going in.
Lee needed to pick that stick up and shoot it over.
Dobson staying with the play very well there.
Gave him a lot of the net to shoot at, but he couldn't get the puck up over the stick.
So the Komets with a good chance there. 10-9 shots on goal in favor of Fort Wayne.
Lee had an excellent game against Kalamazoo, along with Guy Dupuis. Had some great goals in that game.
As did Bob Laxo with a hat trick.
Oh, boy.
Nice to see Lax do that.
I wonder, Tim, maybe it's a little bit too little too late or something. I don't know.
Well, I know, but if he keeps on playing like that, it just makes your bench that much more deeper.
Oh. Yeah, when you have to sit a guy that scored 3 goals in one game,
yeah,
have to sit him the next game.
If Ratushny can come back, depending on what those big bad Vancouver Canucks decide to do with him. We were talking about how maybe Igor's not ready for the NHL next year. But do you think that he could play on an expansion team? Could he not?
I think he could sign with one.
Hey, Willett. Oh, a nice poke check by Dobson. And Dobson single-handedly, and they're messing with Igor, and Igor just kind of smiles at him. Says, "Niet," skates away. Dobson keeping Cleveland in this one. It could have been 3-1, but he's been playing very well.
Kevin McDonald there giving Igor a little pat, saying good job. Kevin McDonald, a real strong point in that bench. He's always supporting the guys, pat him on the back, pushing him. A little extra shot out there. Aggressive hockey player in his own right.
Colin Chin and Ken Priestley for the face-off in the Cleveland zone. Draw goes to Cleveland. Tour fires around the boards. And out comes Cleveland. Leach, look out, hard shot, deflects into the corner. Gruhl after the rebound. Right out in front of the Fort Wayne net, and a nice clear by Joel Savage. And will be icing Fort Wayne with 15:04 left in the second period. Komets in a 1-0 lead.
Not quite enough against this team.
Here he goes, dressed in gold. Woo, here we go, Danny. That's a boy. And Danny Herber. Young Elvis, thank you.
Got a lot of time there. Had to throw a couple guys out of the
Gruhl
face-off.
puts the body on his man, Laus. Falling down on the play is Ken Priestley. Lusick with the puck over to Joel Savage. Missed the lead pass, dumped back into the Fort Wayne zone. Back to get it, Kerry Lusick. Look out.
Whoa.
Look out. Here we go. Left wing side, Gruhl back over to Chin. Hauled down Savage, and Scott got a shot on goal.
Thought for sure it's going to be offsides with Savage getting knocked over like that.
Puck in behind the Cleveland net. Taken by Wilkie on the defense for the K's. Cleveland gets it, fires it into the Fort Wayne zone. It'll come over to the near side where Bob Jay waits. Jay back to Wilkie. Back to Jay. Look out, Cleveland keeps it in. Mikhailiuk. And taken by Davidson.
There's a funny route. How?
Broken stick on the play, and that is Nelson's stick. And once your stick's broken, you got to drop it or it's a penalty. Gauthier stepping in and getting it. Bob Jay along the near boards. Hey, Hankinson has it. Over to Boyce. A lot of debris on the ice right now. And it's going to be kept in his zone. Hankinson hits the stick, and Wilkie will keep it in. He shoots it right in front, and Gauthier will lead the charge out.
2-on-1.
Here we go, 2-on-1 Cleveland. Over it goes, and a great save by Reddick. Right out front, Hankinson has it. Good save by Pokey on that 2-on-1. Into the zone, Davidson. Davidson feeds it back in behind the goal line. Right out in front, Cleveland's there. And it's fed back into the Fort Wayne zone. And the crowd wanted a penalty on it. Here goes Willett. Down the left wing side goes Willett. And it's underneath Thompson.
Got a penalty too on Cleveland.
Okay. Good pressure by the Komets.
Good pressure by Cleveland too, Tim. Bobby Jay played it just right. Backed all the way in and waited for the players to make their move. And then Pokey definitely came up strong.
He sure did. That was a big chance for Cleveland and a big save by the Pokester. Cleveland will have the power. Nope, Fort Wayne will have the power play. And it's Paul Laus. 2 minutes on the hooking to Paul Laus of Cleveland. So the Komets will go on to the power play. They've got Hurd, Willett, Chibriev, Wilkie, and Jean-Marc Richard. And the face-off is in the Cleveland zone to the right of Rob Dobson. And usually this year during the regular season, Komets burn Dobson pretty good, but he's playing real well tonight.
Yeah, both goaltenders, you're looking at 10 and 12 halfway through the second period. That's a low shots, really.
Yeah. Face-off taken, fired around, kept in by Jean-Marc. Feeds it back into the corner. Cleveland gets it, and it kept in by Jean-Marc again. But Smith will clear it out to center ice. And here goes Igor. He has the puck. Back to Wilkie on defense. Centering pass. Look out. Cleveland's got it. Ganshire back to Nelson. Nelson fires it in. On goal. Reddick will steer it to the sideboards, and Jean-Marc gets it. Here come the Komets. They're on the power play. Chibriev left wing side. Whoa, elbow and nothing called.
Oh my gosh.
That was obvious. Over to Jean-Marc, shoots, and it's blocked off by the defense. Fed back in and just missing the man. And a cross check.
Nice.
2 penalties that should have been called weren't. Especially the elbow. That was the most
That should
flagrant.
have been called, but he was over in the opposite corner.
And the puck finds its way out to center ice. 52 seconds left on the Komet power play. Chibriev carries it in. He's hooked high on the... Oh, right there they go.
Yes! Oh, Willett! Goal! Unbelievable! Oh, Igor Chibriev.
Oh, boy. And I believe Willett will get it.
Willett got the goal, and that was just, Igor Chibriev definitely being hung on hook, hang everywhere. But kept the puck in the zone and took it by the net, got out there in front where Paul Willett was, and found Dobson just scrambling out there in front.
And that makes it 2-0 Komets. We'll get the official announcements from Jungle Jim Amstutz. Paul Willett with the power play goal. Assist, Igor Chibriev.
Nice.
And here comes the Komets again. Back to Hankinson. He shoots and it's deflected off the skate of the defenseman. And that came at 8:33. Willett from Chibriev at 8:33 makes it 2-0 Komets. And here comes Cleveland, 3-on-2. Into the zone they go, getting back. Mikhailuk, hey, great save, Reddick. Boy, Pokey is playing well tonight. Mikhailuk had him stone cold right in front and offsides at the Fort Wayne line, and Mark Major is going to complain about it, but that won't help.
Hey, Cleveland's got a lot of penalties here, Tim, that's not being called, and it's not that they're not obvious.
You got that right.
And Ganser did a heck of a, I think it was Ganser did a heck of an elbow down there.
Yeah, that was a flying elbow, no doubt about it.
Well, Steve Fletcher's out there now, and I think we're going to see a little law and order take place.
You notice when Fletch comes on the ice, Major's goes off.
nowhere to be seen.
10:45 left in the second period. 2-0 Komets.
And them goals don't come easy.
Oh. And Pokey playing outstanding. Has come up with 2 or 3 huge saves. Bob J gets it over to Fletch. Come on, Fletch, wind up, let her go. Whoa, nice shot by Fletcher, and the rebound comes off to Fletcher along the sideboards in the corner. Fought for in there with Savage. Savage fed back out to Wilkie. It gets past him and goes to Bob J. Bob is hanging back there covering because he had a Cleveland player hanging at the red line. Fletcher in muscling him, man, off the puck, and who's got it? It's in the Cleveland zone. Cleveland will bring it out, center ice. Fed back into the Fort Wayne zone. Cleveland will make a line change on the play. Pokey leaves it there for Lusick. Here comes Lusick. He will fire it into the Cleveland zone. Dobson will stop it behind the net. And Nelson loses his stick, loses the puck.
The boards.
Whoa. And Gruhl goes in and throws the body.
Looks like Gruhl was got the spare there, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, what is he upset about?
So Gruhl just telling Linus to cool it. Everything's going to remain calm here. 9:36 left in the period 2. Nothing K's. Well, here's my guess. 68-75.
And I said 68, didn't I?
Is that what you're going to go with?
Yeah.
Even?
Yeah, why not?
How about Pat?
Okay.
We'll give him a little while.
69.50. Sounds like a good sale price.
You're going to go with 69.50?
69.50.
Okay, that's your last guess.
There's a nice elbow. Gruhl got away with.
In the corner. Tour. Black, but Gruhl comes up with the puck. Tries a centering pass, bounces way up in the air, goes over Gancher's stick. Comes out to Smart. Here goes Smart. Nice poke check by Lucic, and who's got the puck? Over the far boards it goes, and backhanded out of the zone by Gruhl, all the way back to Todd Nelson. 9 minutes left, second period of play. 2-0 Komets in the lead. Nelson to Tour. Stepping in is Lucic with the puck, and he will just drop it into the zone. Komets will make partial change. Boyce into forecheck. Nelson up the ice to Davidson, intercepting. Davidson right back in the zone real quickly. Around behind the net, he's got Boyce right in front. Can't get it to him. Wilkie has the puck. We got a penalty coming up. And Davidson will shoot, and it deflects off of the skate of the defense. Davidson still. And now the penalty is called. And it's going to go against Cleveland. And
big slice, I think, wasn't it? Davidson, yeah. Davidson really got sliced heavily.
Nelson is the culprit, slashing. So Cleveland into the sin bin again, and the Komets power play has another chance, and now Grant's misconduct has expired, so Grant gets some ice time now. We are waiting to see the full complement of power play boys for the Komets, and it's going to be Richison, Jay, Savage, Chin, Gruhl. Countering for Cleveland, Laus, Mikhailic, Gauthier, and Thiessen. Got a little ice repair along the boards.
Scotty, very particular about ice repair along the boards there, because that's where he plays some of his best hockey. Boards.
We are all set to go. 8:28 left. 2-0 Komets in the second period. 14-12 shots on goal so far.
There's Bobby Laxo, and there's Corey. Until it must have been Wilson down there too.
Reddick feeds it up to Richison. Richison.
Boy, he held on just long enough, didn't he?
Yeah. Bob J. back to Grant. Grant up to Colin Chin. Chin into the zone. Feeds it off to Gruhl. Winds up. Oh, boy, a bullet. Way up into the crowd.
I hope that hit something first. Wow.
All the way up to the upper arena. She bailed out. And looks like that young man there has souvenir.
If she needs any help, no. Thanks, Pat.
Good close-up from our top-notch camera, which we have tonight.
It's nice to see we got that good one back.
8:03 left, second period of play. To zip Komets. Face-off goes. Richison fires it into the zone. Around the glass, Bob J. waits for it. He takes a check. Comes around the boards, Cleveland. Can't clear it out, Gauthier. Richison fights for it in the corner. Back to Chin. Chin looks around for somebody. Feeds it back out to J. Back to Chinner. Over to Bob J. A one-timer wide of the net. Look out, rebound's going to come loose to the Komets. Keep it in by Bob J. Oh, right over to Savage. Off the side of the net. Gruhl can't tuck it in. And now Ross goes in on Gruhl. And Scott's keeping his cool here.
He is. He's got to.
Scott's keeping his cool. That's what he didn't do last year. This year he is determined to make this as good playoff as he can. So Gruhl agitating things up a little bit.
I'll tell you, if anybody's going to be able to pick the pocket of some goaltender, it's going to be Scotty Gruhl. Never been arrested, but he's guilty. And the fans are voicing their opinion. No call. And then what would you call anyway? Unsportsmanlike,
molestation, maybe.
Do what?
Molestation.
I haven't found that in the rule book yet. I've looked a number of times, but never successful.
1 minute, 2 seconds left on Nelson's penalty. The face-off is in the Cleveland zone. Ganshar and Willett. And it gets over to Jean-Marc's stick, so the Komets will have to get onside. Jean-Marc feeds it around to Bob Wilkie. Where was Bob playing? Was it Rochester? Hershey, okay. The Hershey Bears. Oh, Willett. Didn't see it coming. Now look at this. Ganshar giving Willett the stick. Ganshar started that one. And this is kind of what I look for, Randy, is for Ganshar to start a little bit of the stick work and see how he can get the leading scorers in trouble. And that's typical Ganshar. He gave the first stick, and I hope the refs saw it.
Well, I think they're going to both go for high sticking. And you know, I hate to see that, and that's what's going to happen. You don't start calling those penalties, you're going to see that high sticking. And
yeah, he'll take them both because they got the sticks up, both of them did. But it was initiated by Perry, the stick man, Ganshar.
Wait a minute.
What's Duberman doing in there? So what are they trying to do? Pull a fast one on the ref here and get the wrong guy in the penalty box? It's your penalty, Perry. Get in there.
They must have an additional one for third man in the...
Well, we'll have to wait and see here, but it looks like Cleveland's going to pick up an extra penalty. Duberman went into the box. So we'll see what the call is. Here we go. High stick to Ganshar. And Duberman gets a 10-minute misconduct. That will not affect the number of skaters on the ice. And Willett with a 2-minute high stick.
I'd say Duberman was talking about foreign languages, I believe.
Something got him a 10-minute misconduct. So Duberman, 71 points, not a slouch. You hate to lose a high scorer like that for 10 minutes, but that's what's happened. Cleveland has got themselves a 10-minute misconduct to Duberman. So the face-off will be in the Cleveland zone. 7:07 left, period 2. 2-0 Komets, only 15 to 12 shots on goal. Typical of a tight checking playoff game.
It is. Goaltenders have been playing well. 15-12, you know, like I said before, right now you're looking at at least 25 shots. Most times you're looking in a 40-42 game total. So you're over the halfway point.
So Duberman will leave the surface and go to the dressing room to cool his 10-minute misconduct, which will reach clear into the third period. Face-off at the top of the face-off circle, Colin Shin. Savage hustling around. Bob Wilkie with the puck to Jean-Marc. Plays it off his skate, feeds it back in behind the goal to Savage. He's bumped hard off the puck. It'll be kept in by Jean-Marc Richard. Richard to Wilkie, one-timer high, and it's bouncing down, and right there is...
Shin was trying to bail out there and hit Colin Shin in the chest, I think. And, of course, if that would have gone in off of him with no direct direction of the puck by Komets, and that would have been a goal.
That's right.
I've scored a few times off guys' buns. I've always been accused of hitting guys in the butt all the time.
It's the old shoot off the bun trick, huh?
Yeah. I always say that way they get the goal and I get an assist, so it doesn't hurt as bad.
Speaking of buns, you ever tried those Aunt Millie's buns from Perfection Biscuit?
No, but I'm going to talk to Bon Pop about that later on.
Okay. Scott Gruhl with the puck. Komets on the power play. 10 seconds left. Oh, Jean-Marc, great save by Dobson. Point blank on Jean-Marc. Wilkie with the puck. 5 seconds left in the power play, and another penalty coming up. And now getting dumped with Savage.
Gruhl's talking to him too, and should be a penalty. After the whistle, you can still call a penalty.
Yeah, certainly. Cleveland coming somewhat unglued here a little bit. Adam will make the call. High stick, and it's going to go, it looks like, Louse. Paul Louse with a high stick call.
Well, that's something you don't do, Tim. You're already down players and in your zone.
Well, it's like Al Sims said, though. You kind of bottle these guys up, and they tend to get frustrated, and it shows. And if I was the coach of Cleveland, I think I would, at the end of this period, tell them, hey, look, guys, settle down, play hockey.
Well, Phil Russell definitely, with the experience, should be able to convey that to his players. After numerous years with the Chicago Blackhawks, Phil Russell, defenseman, excellent player, but sometimes just not communicate with players.
Richard, brand new power play time for the Komets. 1:55 left the side of the net. Gruhl had a bouncing puck, couldn't stick it in there. Taken to the sideboards, and Chin looks for it. Chin still stick handling. Fed back out to the point. Wilkie over to Jean-Marc. Jean-Marc will wind up. He'll shoot. Block. Nice block by the Cleveland player.
That is such a timing key there.
And here we go. Komets with a minute and a half left on the power play. Fed into the zone. Gruhl chases after it. Thiessen with Gruhl. In behind the net and coming up with it is Gauthier from Cleveland. 2-on-2. Fed down into the Fort Wayne zone. Mikhailuk chases after it. Wilkie is on him. Gauthier gets the puck, though. And Richison rides him off of it. Mikhailuk with the puck. He's got a man coming in, and nice play by Savage to tip it to the side. Intercepted almost, and here comes Wilkie. Off to Gruhl.
They're getting tired, Tim. They're going to be looking for a
they need a line change here.
Nice.
Whoa, and down goes Wilkie. And Cleveland fires it down the length of the rink, and they finally will get some fresh legs out there. Nice move by Grant. Pokey lost the goal stick. He has time to get it. Here comes Igor. Igor drops it to Kelly Hurd. Kelly Hurd back to Bob J. Over to Jean-Marc. Jean-Marc winds up, shoots one high over the net. Over to the near side.
Good hit by Bobby.
Nice check by Bob J. Statistician marks that down as a good body contact, right?
That's right.
Here comes Bobby J. 12 seconds left on the Komet power play. 4:39 left, period 2. 2-0 Komets in the lead. In behind the Cleveland net.
That's tough. You got three Komet players behind the net here.
And both sides equal strength. Right off to the side of the net. Dobson makes the save, and who's got it? Cleveland comes up with it.
It's all right.
Here comes Louse to the line. Shoots it in. Reddick sticks it to the corner. Black takes a check from Richard. In behind the net, Bob J.
Go with it.
To Kelly Hurd. Hurd's got Chibriev with him. Kelly he gets through there. Puts it around into the corner. Cleveland feeds it out. They should break out of the zone. They do at center ice. Fired into the Fort Wayne zone. Cleveland will make a change on the play. Reddick up the boards. Hankinson. Hankinson has Fletcher and Boyce with him. Fletcher feeds it in on goal. And Dobson had to blow it down.
You got to count that as a save.
So Fletcher got a shot on goal on that one. So good going, Fletch. Jim Amstutz giving us a plug.
Thank you, Jim. Well, thank you.
Okay. We're ready to go. We got Hankinson down there. How's his shoulder doing? I understand he's wearing a harness on that shoulder.
As far as I know, he's doing pretty good. Still think all the people just applauded a little bit there. Makes you feel good, you know. Makes you feel good. We're doing something worthwhile up here. God knows they should be questioning wanting to listen to me, but
well, we know that, but all we got to do is get these politicians to understand what's going on, especially Mr. Giaquina. I heard him on WGL radio the other day.
I heard him.
Typical lawyer politician stuff.
Yeah, they got too much money. They don't know what they got. Too much money
we got
there.
more money than we know what to do with, folks.
Yeah.
If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Do you live in Brooklyn?
Of course, you know, Mark Giaquina has been invited down to Channel 10 to understand what's going on and come down and understand the operation. Never showed up, of course. Seems like these city council people have a hard time showing up to anything.
Uh-oh.
Fletcher runs his man into the boards. Fletcher has the puck. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. Fletch winds up, lets one go, and that's 2 shots on goal in this shift for Fletch.
Hey, anytime they can go in. Anytime.
Fed back down into the Fort Wayne zone. 2:55 left in the period. 2-0 Komets. Bob J. Up the ice to Savage. It's going to go to Laus of Cleveland in his own zone. Long lead pass.
Pick him up right now.
Ganchar
Here we
with
go.
him. Mikhailuk feeds it back, and Bob J. waits for it. Bob J.'s trip. No call. Inadvertent, but nonetheless, it was a trip. And into the Cleveland zone, the puck comes loose into Scott Gruhl off the side of the net, and Dobson will hang on for a face-off with 2:21 left, 2-0 Komets.
I'm telling you, Scotty Gruhl will take a shot from any position on the ice. I've seen him shoot from behind the net, trying to get it off of the back of the goaltender's legs or whatever. You know, that guy will take a shot anywhere. I mean, he's like an alcoholic. Once an alcoholic friend of mine, they said he'd take a shot anywhere. So. Something like that. There's Ron Swart.
Ron Swart.
Printing.
Where's your tie, Ron?
Yeah, really. Where's his wife? Oh, there's his father. There's his wife and his father. To his right, our left, I guess.
That's his wife.
No, the other direction.
The other to the left, huh?
The other real good-looking woman out there.
Jean-Marc Richard. He has a shot. Blisters one in. Nice save by Dobson. Lucic fires right back in. The Komets almost had it in.
Ian Boyce off balance a little bit. Just could not get a hold of the trigger on that one.
Hey, folks, I don't want to sound like sour grapes because I'm bad-mouthing city council, but I'm not a politician, and I don't know all these $10 or $15 words that you can say to make things sound like everything is honky-dory and all right. But, folks, let me tell you something. City Council wants to take all 5% of the franchise fee that Comcast Cable pays to the city and leave Access TV with nothing. In other words, they want to let the Allen County Public Library foot the entire bill for purchases of equipment, the operation of the staff, the whole thing. And the library can't handle it. The library absolutely needs to be thanked for what they've done for public access over the years.
That's why they got such a rotten TV at home, right? A rotten picture on the TV.
So if any city council members are watching and you're on our side, thank you. I know Janet Bradbury is. But guys like Giaquina worry me. And that goes right up towards, what was that, lower section 24. Al looks dapper tonight.
He always does. Oh, that's nice of her. Giving the puck to the kids. Yeah, bless her heart.
Good fan. I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with City Council. You don't tell us how to run Access TV, and I won't say anything on how to run City Council.
Well, you know, and this is for the freeze of everybody. And he was talking about, you know, some of these programs should be cut off, and
well, they said also the quality of them wasn't all that great. Well, hey, folks, this is not ABC, and we're not working with $1 billion budget, so give us a break. Here goes Cleveland, shoots, and Reddick, a great save. It took him right across the goal line of Pokey. That's 5 giant saves Pokey has made tonight. Big save from Pokey right there.
I don't know what he had today for lunch or when he took his nap, but let's hope he does the same thing Sunday.
Let me get one more thing here while we're talking on the city council thing. He said that the quality of the programs weren't quite up to snuff. I'll agree there some aren't, but I'll tell you what, folks, this is the only opportunity that people like you or me or Joe Average down the street has a chance to get on TV and express his views about certain subjects or whatever. It's the only way it'll be done is from public access TV, because you can bet your booties that Channel 33, 15, or 21 is not going to let Joe Average come out there and put a TV show on. It doesn't happen. They're in the business to make money. Access TV is in the business to let people express their freedom of speech, folks. That's what it's all about. And the city council representatives are supposedly elected by the people of Fort Wayne to uphold the right of free speech. So let's see it.
Well, Kevin Ferguson, everybody knows that his night shift program started out in public television like this, public access. He even once said to me he missed that type of atmosphere. He said there's a lot of pressure on the commercial TV.
Shot deflected in front of the net. Mark Major.
Great job by Savage.
Savage beat him to it. Good job by Savage. Mark Major was ready to let one fly. Right in the slot, too. Richison into the boards hard. He comes up with the puck, though, over to Gruhl. Gruhl winds up, shoots, and look out, lower 16.
She's
lower
upset.
16. Who's got it? That guy right there has Souvenir.
Here's Mary Ann from a little redhead there from, Fort Wayne Vehicle Auction. Oh, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Is it Fort Wayne Vehicle Auction or is it?
Well,
it's Fort Wayne Vehicle Auction.
Is it Mary Ann?
Yeah.
Have you determined that? Okay. Hi, Mary Ann. Welcome to Comet Hockey. Geez, Randy, I keep on doing this, all this talking about this stuff. I might run for city council if I get that upset about it.
You get pretty fired up. I know. You've been sitting down for a while. Now you're standing back up again.
There's leather lungs. He's going to say, you idiot.
He's got everybody.
Everybody in that end of the Coliseum joins in on the idiot. Look at this. Oh, missing on the shot was Chibriev. 1:10 left, second period, 2-0 Komets. And Reddick will hang on to it.
Good job. Smart play.
Right, you are. And let me point out to you, folks, at the end of the second period, Mark Givart will be back with another fan from the stands. Terry Collins from the Great White North, Angola, Indiana.
That's about as far north as I want to go.
In Angola, Terry Collins watches our games on the Auburn station up there. And we want to thank all those good people up there at Auburn for showing the Comet hockey games, as well as our friends over in Defiance.
Hello, Buckeyes. Hopefully we can get into Bryan, Ohio for next year, and Warsaw, Indiana on their cable systems. It'll be a few days late, but at least you'll get to see some Comet hockey and maybe have an idea about coming to 10 in the game, or 2.
Or 10 or 20.
That's right.
First round playoff action, the Komets and the Jacks. And the Komets in a 2-0 lead with 1:07 left in period 2. The face-off to the right of goaltender Pokey Reddick. Gruhl and Priestley. Rather unusual face-off combination, huh? It finds its way back to center ice, giving chase Joel Savage. 1 minute left in the second period. Cleveland wants to get back in this one.
Komets got to stay strong on this here.
That's right. Look out in front of the Fort Wayne net, carried to the side by Gruhl, and going down on top of it, and a face-off in the Fort Wayne zone with 50 seconds left.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if anybody ever tells me that Scotty Gruhl doesn't back check, I'll call him a darn liar. Scotty Gruhl comes back, plays defense when you see defensemen play up, and he's all over that ice. So tricky. Scotty giving the jabbers to
somebody. I don't know.
It was Todd Nelson. Yeah. I'll tell you, this Scotty Gruhl is one guy that can get under your dander. I'll tell you.
How many times, I can't count them, that I sat in the stands over there in lower 30, and Scott would come into town, and I would be on his case unmercifully all the time.
Wanting to carve his eyes out, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Boyce has the puck. 42 seconds left in the period. Boyce looks, winds up, shoots. A nice save by Dobson off the stick. Comes back out to center ice. Ganscher. Lead pass into Mikhailic. He tries a return pass, but Davidson feeds it out. Center ice, Hankinson to Boyce. Boyce off the skate nicely. He's right off the play by Nelson.
No
Goes
holding?
down.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hankinson and Boyce both went down on that.
No holding on Boyce. Jeez, I can't believe that.
Believe it. 23 seconds left. No call on the play. 2-0. Komets in the lead. 27-15 shots on goal. Komets extending that somewhat. They've got a few more shots on goal here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Davidson takes the face off. Bob Wilkie. Wilkie fires it in. Dobson will leave it there for Louse. Lead pass intercepted by Jean-Marc. Knocked right out of the air nicely. Puts on a little burst of speed. Gets by right in front of the net. Ganshar.
That'll about do it.
2 seconds left. Pokey comes out. And that's going to end the period. End of the second period of play. The Fort Wayne Komets find themselves in a 2-goal lead. 2-0. And Randy, their record after leading at end of 2 periods is nothing short of phenomenal is what I'll say. But this is a playoff game, and 2 goals isn't that much, right? For sure. Okay, we'll be back. Third period action. Total shots on goal through 2 periods. 27-15 in favor of Fort Wayne. Folks, don't go anywhere. This is Comet Hockey on Channel 10. Hey folks, we're here at the Coliseum, 20 minutes of hockey left, and the Komets clinging to a 2-0 lead over the Cleveland Lumberjacks in Game 1 of the Turner Cup playoffs. And for those of you who may be new to hockey, you may say, what is the Turner Cup? And the Turner Cup is named after Joseph E. Turner, who was an amateur goaltender out of the Detroit Windsor area, and he was quite a goaltender, I guess, and unfortunately was killed in World War II, and they named the cup for the IHL after Joseph Turner, and that is the man that the cup is named for. So the Joseph E. Turner Cup is what we're playing for here. Underway, third period of action. Komets lead it 2-0. Fired down into the Cleveland zone and fed around the boards. Ganshar up to Mikhailuk, can't make the connection. Bobby J back down into the Cleveland zone it goes. Backhanded around to Perry Ganshar. To Daniel Gauthier, that's their big line. Mikhailuk, Gauthier, and Ganshar. Fed around to Gauthier behind the net.
Nice hit. Oh yeah, and a punch. And he's not going to... Oh, Adam just looked at him and got the whistle up to his mouth and let it go. So it looks like he's going to set the pace, Tim, at letting everything go this period.
We'll see. Boyce, he shoots it right in on Dobson, a high shot. Taken off by Nelson. Nelson up the near side. And he fires it into the Fort Wayne zone. Around the far side it goes. Gauthier. All the way back to the Cleveland zone it goes. Paul Louse. Wild pass goes awry. It's in the Cleveland zone. Hurd goes into forecheck. And Guy Dupuis coming up here. Hi, Guy. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We'll even have the headset a second there. Okay. Score, Komets! Hey!
I'm good luck.
You're great luck, Guy.
I'm good luck.
See you, buddy. You're looking good.
Thanks. You too. Looking great.
The right side of that face is
I
good.
can't match your outfit though. I'm trying, you know.
Hey, the doctor.
No sense trying, you know.
Yeah.
You got me in deluxe. Hey, I just want to step away 2-3 minutes.
That's all right. We're glad to have you up here, Guy. Your team's up 3-0, looking good. Boy, you never been on TV before?
No. I didn't think we were live.
So you think you'll play Sunday night?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We're 8 defensemen. The guys are playing well right now, so we'll see if what the coach decides. You know, he might give us all a chance, or you know, we'll see. Depending on the team, the production of the team, and the players. You know.
Yeah.
So right now they're playing really well, though.
Hey, I want to tell you that game against Kalamazoo the other night, you had a real nice goal down there. Walked around everybody.
You know what? It happens. It's once in a while I get unconscious, you know. I don't know what's going to happen. It just happened. Oh, that's a big hit, huh?
Yeah, Cleveland a little chippy out there tonight.
Yeah,
Rep letting some stuff go.
Oh, he did, huh? A few times there's a few breakaways and stuff.
Yeah.
Not breakaways, but almost semi-breakaways. And
Pokey come up with about 4 or 5
he's sharp
monster
tonight.
saves
He's
tonight.
pretty good. He's pretty sharp tonight.
What do you think we'll go here, Guy? Just a guess. I'm taking you guys in 5 over these guys. If you want to disappoint me and do it in 4, that's okay.
You know what? I think the same thing. I think in 5. You know, if we play like we can, and I think.
Whoa.
I don't think there's anything that's going to stop us to play our game. So I think in 5 we're going to take him. You know.
Oh, a good chance there. Hey, you better stay up here, buddy. We're putting the pressure on ever since you walked
good
up
luck
here.
Good luck.
So how's the face? Is it all taken care of? You're still going to wear the face shield the rest of the year?
No, I'm gonna wear the face shield till another week, and then after that I'll go with the regular mask, I think, or the regular helmet. I might put the head visor for a while, but.
There goes Hankinson. Nobody with him. Komets making a change. Does that visor bother you quite a bit, or did you get used to it?
Just a bit. Sometimes when I want to drink water or breathe a bit.
Yeah.
Big hit by Fletcher. Wow.
And Quinn grabbed Fletcher, but that's as far as that's going to go.
If we get ahead by a few points, we might have a few fights, huh?
That's what I'm kind of feeling. Yeah. 3-0 still early.
And you know Randy likes that, huh? You know Randy.
Yeah,
he
Randy.
loves it. He gets into it.
He's an animal.
Wow. He loves the scraps and stuff.
Oh, bro, have you heard of...
Imagine Randy on the ice.
Pardon?
Imagine Randy on the ice.
Yeah, I've seen him on the ice. He played in that old-timers game out here.
Yeah.
Got the only penalty in the whole game, went to Randy Martin.
Oh, really?
Deck Lenny Thornton. Couldn't believe it. What a goon, huh? What a goon. You miss playing, though. I bet you don't. Yeah, the game like this.
Yeah. It's just, it's those games that it's really exciting, and everything's, all the press is all on those games, and they're so exciting, Everything counts so much.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to play, but I know I miss being out there, but once I'm out there, I'll try to help the Komets as the best that I can. When they need me, when I get the call, I go there and do the best that I can and try to help the team. Try to help the team win. Right now we're here we're like a family, and we try to get the most wins possible and try to win the Calder Cup. So if the family can do it without me for a few games and win, hey,
yeah,
I'm glad for them. If I can get him there later on and make him win,
There goes Lusick. He shoots one. Dobson makes a save and hangs on. Too long. That was longer than 3 seconds. Of course, they give the goalies the benefit of the doubt.
When I first got up here and I put the headset, I didn't know we were live because you weren't calling play-by-play, huh? So I said, well, maybe he's going to do it later on.
Well, see, they'll hear our voice, but Matt keeps on. Here goes Davidson. He hits the post. And we're going to have a slash call against the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
The fans really get into it. Like right here, I saw Randy Morgan stand up and turn around so quick. I thought he was going to get a cramp in his leg.
That would be a monster cramp if he does.
Wow.
Guy, I got to tell you, ever since your injury, and you came back really quick off of it,
yeah,
I noticed, though, that your physical play picked up, even though you had the injury.
Do you find that it picked up compared to like a few months before my injury, or do you think it was the same?
Well, I think you were coming on before the injury, but it didn't slow you down once you got the injury.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you very much. I think that it slowed me down just a bit. I was still a bit physical, but I thought that maybe 2-3 weeks or maybe a month before my injury, I thought that was when I was playing my best physical game.
Yeah,
I was playing my best, but you guys see it from up here, and maybe you can call up the better shots than me. Maybe I'm biased in my thoughts because I'm right there,
No, you were really putting the body on out there, and I think we talked about that when you were on Comet Corner with us that night.
Oh yeah, you guys give me heck. I had to change my play.
Well, it was Randy.
I couldn't live with myself anymore. I had nightmares at night.
Well, you can't have that.
You guys are all on us.
You guys have got to sleep. Get your rest up.
Yeah.
Got to ask you this: you get by Cleveland. Any preference who you might want to meet in the second round?
Preference? Well, I think I would like to go with Indianapolis. That's my heart's with Indianapolis because we play so physical. With two teams. It's so exciting for the fans. Maybe there will be more fans in the building for us. Before the game, Indianapolis games is a bit different than any other team. We get so riled up in the dressing room just for that game. And Indianapolis has less points than Atlanta, so it would kind of be nice to have more chance to go to the third round. So add all these points, and I think it would be Indianapolis.
Well, you guys sure came on strong at the end of the season there, going 15-2-1 to finish off a heck of a year. 104 points.
All the guys came together. Defensemen, like forwards. One night it was Igor and Willett. Next night it was Davidson and Boise. Everybody was taking their charge.
Of course, this year none of the Komets were named at the year-end All-Star picks.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They picked that today, and none of the guys made it. But the last time that ever happened was 20 years ago, and it just so happened that was the last time the Komets won the Turner Cup. So maybe a good omen there.
Yeah. What happens with our team? Oh, nice shot.
Oh, right in front of the net. Going to be poked back, and it goes to center ice.
What happens with our team is that we got so many players, so many scorers. We got about 5 or 6 scorers that are really good. We don't have like a Lochi or a Bruce Boudreau or like Scotty Gruhl that even last year had more points. There's nobody really that really distinguished himself as point getters and really great players in the league. But we got 5 or 6 guys that are in the top, but not the best, So
a lot of balance.
Yeah, exactly. So that's great,
Oh, Dobson makes a good save. And Dobson's been playing well tonight, too.
Yeah, he's pretty sharp. He had a lot of shots. Pokey to Pokey, like we said, he's really sharp, He's really in his game. But I guess Dawson had double, even more than the shots than Pokey. But
35-15. You guys come on strong here.
Like we were saying, though, I'd rather have a team like this, 5, 6 players that are really good, close to the top, not maybe the top 5, 6 point getters in the league, and we have like a balance, like you said, in the game of playoffs, it's 2 or 3 guys score, all right. But next game, if they're off, somebody else take the charge, If you got 2 or 3 guys, only 2 or 3 guys top scorers, and they're off in the playoffs, who do you count on,
That's right. That's like Cleveland's got Ganscher, Gauthier, and Mikhailuk. You bottle them up.
If you stop them, that's the only charge to stop them. If you can do that, you get a good chance to be successful.
That's right. Komets are on the power play. A 2-man advantage for 47 seconds yet. Igor with the puck. Boy, that guy is shifty with the puck, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. When he comes in practice, you got to take your stick in your 2 hands and really squeeze hard and really try, extra hard because he's got some moves.
So are you helping Igor on his French or his English or what?
Well, you know what? I would try to help him in English, but sometimes I need some help myself. So I try to help him as much as I can, but if I can't help him, I try to get help somewhere else,
Yeah.
Help me and him.
That's right.
Both of us.
That's right.
So I thought that English was hard enough to understand for him, so I'm not going to get into French right now. Maybe next year.
That's good.
I don't know what they just announced there, but
I don't know, but I think maybe Atlanta might have been behind. Is that what they said, Pat? He doesn't know either. Well, you'll just have to watch the tape Sunday morning. This is going to show, by the way, 10:30 Sunday morning. If you guys want to check your action out, you can do that.
That's pretty early, though, huh?
Well, yeah, you sleep in later than 10:30, do you?
No, actually, we're going to have a practice at 10.
Are you?
10:30, yeah.
Well, get Ruth to tape it.
Yeah, I might ask Al for the morning off. I want to watch the TV 10.
That ought to do good for your chances on playing Sunday night.
I thought I'll make a few push-ups and sit-ups back at home, and I'll be ready for it.
Okay.
I'll make the 20-minute workout. Think Randy will come with me, do the 20-minute workout? Sunday morning?
I don't know if he might be able to make a couple of minutes of it. You know, he's talking about how he wants to lose weight all the time, but I never really seen him make any strides towards it.
He can come and maybe change the tapes, you know, after 20 minutes, put another tape in, you know, on the VCR.
Oh, gosh. Well, what do you think? Dan Ratushny finally, I heard, got to play a game in Vancouver.
Did he? I never heard that.
Last night.
That's great.
Finally, after all that time.
Did you ever heard of how he played, or?
I guess the sports writers were very pleased with what they saw. Sue Tilbury was just talking to me in between periods and told me that. So.
Oh, great.
So that's good for Danny.
Oh, yeah, it's really good for Danny.
So how about the Sylvain Courtier? Is that the guy's name? That's French too, isn't it?
He's the guy from Adirondack that might come with us, huh? Yeah, he's pretty good. He's really good, actually.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Sylvain Couturier, yeah.
Whoa.
Sylvain Couturier.
Okay.
It's the R. We pronounce the R more than you guys. You think Fletcher? Oh, Fletcher was going to go at it with Major.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for that. Maybe that'll happen later on, but...
You guys, huh? The two toughest announcers in the league.
Fletcher gets it out to Hankinson, and he'll backhand it into the Fort Wayne zone. Komets will make the change on the play. Both sides equal strength. 12:38 left. 3-0 Komets. And Guy Dupuis, right up here in our little announcer's booth, looking real good. Nice close, Guy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I just went to buy a GQ book the other day.
Good for you.
That's the trend. No. I just have to look at you guys, you know. That's the trend right there.
Right.
I don't have to spend money on GQ books. Well, I'm going to let Randy come here and finish.
Okay, Guy Dupuis, well, thank you very much for dropping
up.
up.
It was my pleasure.
Best of luck to you the rest of the way in the playoffs.
That's my pleasure.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Guy.
Take care.
All righty. Good job, buddy. Your job's in jeopardy, Randy. Thanks again, buddy. There goes one class individual right there, Guy Dupuis.
Yeah, there's a guy I hate to see get promoted, you know. Great goal last week, too, against Kalamazoo. Just danced right in there and looked like a top draft forward.
Yeah, I said that to Guy, and his response was, well, I get unconscious once in a while, you know.
Great kid. Great kid.
Very modest. Very
22 years old, and I think he's got a future in front of him.
Super guy. Face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone. Randy, they announced a score, and we didn't hear it because we were chatting up here. Was it Indy and Atlanta score that they announced?
Kansas City and Milwaukee. Milwaukee beat Kansas City. I can't tell you what the score was. And then they said the score after the first period, Peoria 2 and San Diego 1. So
now that is nice.
That got a big roar of applause.
Yes, that's good to hear. I hope they can carry that on.
Still early, but I'd much rather play Peoria.
Oh, well, yeah. If you're going to go to the Turner Cup Finals, you gotta believe that San Diego more than likely is going to be there. But I just hope they have to work hard to get there. Here comes Chibriev. He gets it over to Boyce, and Boyce just missed the net. Comes back out to Bob J at the point. That only time, 1:35 left to run on Cleveland.
You know, Igor really spreads that ice surface out with his stick handling abilities.
A shot from Jay, knocked down in front of the net. Priestley will clear it out to center ice. Goes back is Bob J. Komets will make line change. Bob J dumps it over to Scotty. Scotty Gruhl, wide right side. He gets by his man. Look, shoots. Oh, just about a foot wide to the far side. Around behind the net, Savage gives chase. Laus missed him on a check. Savage has the puck. Back in behind. Oh, nice speed out to Jean-Marc. He shoots. Score!
Beautiful, beautiful goal. Great feed from behind the goal line to Jean-Marc Richard. Let go of that famous blasting shot that he's been so well noted for, but hasn't been effective of this year, you know?
Yeah, 4-0 Komets.
Yes. Mark Bart up here getting pretty excited.
8:43 of period 3. Komets make it 4-0. 4-0. And the shots on goal are starting to tell the story. 37-15. And Cleveland hasn't mounted much of an attack at all this period.
A friend of mine just stopped up a little bit ago here, Tim, Brian Tina.
And the goaltender, Racine, will go in. Dobson comes out. And it's not anything that Dobson has done.
Absolutely not. He's played a tremendous game.
It's a momentum shift, I'm sure. There's still 11-17 left. Cleveland would have to mount one heck of an offensive comeback, and the Komets have kept them bottled up, which is just exactly what the game plan was, and it definitely is working so far. 4-0. Racine has to come off the bench cold. That's a tough spot to be put in.
Sure is. Sure is. But this is a ploy by Phil Russell to change the momentum of the game, and like the Kalamazoo tried to do the other night to change momentum. It just didn't work that time.
Puck is shot back down into the Cleveland zone. Nelson has it. Chin checks on him.
You know, the Komets now, if anything, Tim, need to just pepper him with as many shots as possible, to rile him, and because he's cold.
Yeah.
There's the guy to do it, Scotty Gruhl. He can get more goaltenders upset than any. And a face-off. We'll take that. We'll take that.
In the old days, of course, they allowed you to take warm-ups on the goaltender when it was changed, and in the effort to cut down on the length of time of the game, they did away with the warm-ups. So I got to kind of feel sorry for the goaltender. If he knows he's going to go in, he can do some stretches on the bench to get loosened up, but that's no substitute for getting out there and having the rubber hit you a while and getting used to the timing and the feel of it.
Let a few more bounce off of you.
Yeah.
There he's stretching a little bit more now. Yeah, Brian Tina, a kid I went to school with, just stopped up and said hi. He lives in Greenwood, South Carolina. Hasn't been back for a while, and talking about our class reunion coming up next year, and want to know if I'm going to remember to invite him.
Did you go to school with Shelley Long?
She was a year ahead of me.
Year ahead of you?
Or two. She looks a lot older than I do, I know.
She looks a lot better than you do, too.
A little thinner.
He was asking about you. He wanted to know if you wanted to do a few workouts with him.
Maybe 12-ounce curls, that'd be about it.
12-ounce curls, huh? Going big time right off the bat, huh, Randy?
I'll tell you, there's what the nucleus of this Comet team's made out of. Guys like him, and it just really makes our job so much more fun when we can talk to people, with the quality that he is. What a Guy Dupuis, what a great guy.
Fired around the near boards, gets by Grant Richison, comes back to Bob J. He fires it nice. Knocked down by Davidson. Fires it right into the zone. Racine lost his footing there.
Whoa!
Boy, he looked sloppy on that one.
Fletcher had a big shot there.
Mikhailic and Boyce. Look out. High shot over the top of the Fort Wayne net. And the rebound is cleared out to center ice. Offsides, or did they play it with a stick above the shoulder there?
Fletcher got called, Tim, just a little bit ago. I was down talking to Brian, and he was up here, but Fletcher went in the corner there, and the guy somewhat turtled on him a little bit, but went over the top of him. That's where Fletcher really got accused, I think, of physically abusing a opponent. No, we're not going to pick her up on TV anymore, are we, Pat? Good.
Nope, not after the sign language she laid on us that one night.
Well, she was number one, and she wanted to prove it, I guess.
Tour dumps it down into the Fort Wayne zone, into the corner. Bob Wilkie goes after it. Fed back up the near boards, out to center ice it goes to Tour. Tour over to Priestley. Ganchar into the zone. Over to Nelson. Nelson feeds it in behind the net. Reddick.
Ooh, right out in front of his own net. Kind of funny bounce off the boards. That wasn't his fault.
I'm sure Cleveland wasn't looking for that either. And that'll be an offside at the Cleveland zone. Fort Wayne, 9:42 left in the game. 4-0 the score in favor of the Komets in game one of the Turner Cup playoffs.
I noticed a lot the last time Presley was in here watching him warm up. He sure doesn't look like much of a hockey player. He's got the funny shaped shoulder pads, and but he's an effective one with 66 games, 33 goals, 36 assists, and he's kind of active in the penalty box with 72 minutes. But it just doesn't look like the typical, like a big rugged Guy Dupuis.
Priestley bumps on Willett.
Whoa!
And boy, man, that's going to be a call against Fort Wayne. McDonald, and Reddick makes a good save and hangs on to it. McDonald's going to get a boarding call. Nice thing about that boarding thing was he hit him from about 10 feet out and sent him right into the boards.
Yeah, sort of like a bullseye where that Martin sign was. Help line him up right there with the A and the R, I guess.
So that shows you how strong Kevin McDonald is. He gets the boarding call, McDonald does.
Kevin,
another day
tough,
at the office, huh?
What a tough kid, I'll tell you.
So the Komets will be shorthanded 2 minutes. Cleveland on to the power play. And if they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to score on this power play, no doubt about it.
Never heard that before.
Well, we said it a few times. No doubt about it.
Yep. One more time.
On down the line. Here we go. Face-off taken by Cleveland. They're on the power play. Kevin McDonald, 2 minutes boarding. Jean-Marc fires around the boards. Kept in by Priestley. Right out front, and a shot high over the Fort Wayne net. Stays in play. Quinn at the left point. Waited just a little bit too long to get rid of it, and the Komets come up with the puck, and they shoot it right down on Racine. Nelson. Center ice, Cleveland has it. They're onside. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone, and back is Todd Nelson. 1:24 left on the penalty to Kevin McDonald. Priestley winds up, fires it in off the boards. Around behind the net, Reddick will knock it down. He grabs it, fires around the boards, and Ganscher comes up with it. Boyce into check on him. Backhanded around behind the net. Reddick over to Lusick. Lusick lifts the high one up in the air, and out to center ice it goes. Boyce into forecheck. Fed right back into the Fort Wayne zone. Cleveland will change. Here we go. Get her, Ian. He's got Chin with him. Boyce save. Oh, nice save by Racine. That's the first good shot he's faced there. 45 seconds left on the Lumberjack power play.
Oh, there's an interference. Not called by...
Not called. We got away with one.
Pat got that one or not? That was a great
play. Hey, out to Willett. Willett doing his best to shake things up. Gruhl tries to clear it out, and he gets the job done. It goes back down to the Cleveland zone. And McDonald has 22 seconds left in the sin bin and will be even strength
nice
once
elbow.
again.
Nice elbow right in front of Adam. He didn't even call it. So
that's right.
Maybe that was an equalizer with Scotty Gruhl getting a little interference.
That's all right. We get away with one, they can get away with one.
But call the next one, right?
Oh my
great
goodness.
move by Wilkie.
And a score.
Great move by Wilkie, Tim.
And a score on the play. Cleveland gets on the board finally on the power play goal. But that move you're talking about, who went into the boards? Was it Nelson? He went flying into the boards. Wilkie just got out of the way.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be a penalty, see, and that's why...
Now, wait a minute. We're going to discuss things with the goal judge here. The ref, Adam, is talking to the goal judge.
See, I think it should have been a penalty on Nelson there as possible boarding or whatever. If it is a penalty, the goal will be disallowed. Let's see what Adam does here.
Well,
Chin's talking to him, and
looks to me like they're going to allow the goal. Cleveland is not arguing the point, so the goal probably will count. If it does, it's a power play goal.
I was overcome by the...
They'll give it to him.
I'll have to watch this one again Sunday morning, Tim, because I was watching the action with Wilkie.
Laus gets the goal. Gauthier with assist on Laus's goal. Gauthier assist. It's a power play goal. And that came at 12:29 of period 3. 4-1 Komets in the lead. And like we were talking about, Randy, Cleveland had to score on that to get into the game. And they did. 7:28 left in the game. 4-1 Komets. I hope this doesn't open the floodgates there, huh? Icing
so.
Cleveland. I don't either.
Think so. The way Komets have been playing, they've been very aggressive. They've been moving the puck. And they got the twister, so they've got one up on Cleveland already. As the Komets come back with a lot of beef right now. Ron works for one of our sponsors, Cooper Rubber out of Auburn. I go up to visit to sell advertise, and I always go up and visit his own Comet Corner. He's got more memorabilia than the souvenir stand.
Huh. Ron Zerker doing the twist. Tour behind his own net. Puts it around the boards. Just taken by Mikhailuk. He's harassed, so the defense will have to carry it in. Tour dumps it into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick feeds it on around the boards. And Cleveland with the puck right out in front of the Fort Wayne net. Davidson there. He just dumps it out. Boyce hustles after it. Look out. Bouncing puck, and it stays in play. Davidson hits the ref's foot. Bounces into the Fort Wayne zone. A shot wide of the Fort Wayne far post. And Gruhl.
No holding or nothing there?
No interference, no nothing. You're not supposed to be able to do that to a player before he touches the puck, right?
That's what I thought.
Gruhl up to Savage. Savage takes a hit, but here comes John Marks. Got a man up the side shin. Can't get the puck to him. Duberman dumps it back out to center ice, and no boy.
No call there either.
No call on the Fort Wayne Komets that time. They're getting away with murder out there. Here comes Scotty, a backhand right on goal. And 200 people just bailed out on that clearing attempt. And it's whistled down.
Scotty Gruhl, did you see how he directed that puck right then?
Hey, it's hammer time. Haven't seen Hammer in a while. Been so long, Pat forgot where he is. Here we go. You know, I can see that kid growing. He's a little bit bigger than he was last year and the year before. Won't be long, he'll be about 6'3", Randy, and be able to clean your clock.
Sledgehammer on the front.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer.
5:50 left in the game. 4-1. Komets in the lead. And they're on the verge of taking a 1-0 lead in this best-of-7 series against the Lumberjacks. Leach to Priestley. He winds up and whiffs. And Reddick will hang on.
Kelly Hurd did a job on Priestley's wind-up there. Yeah, Marks' nice shot.
5:32 left. Komets lead at 39-19 shots on goal. Komets have been coming on strong offensively, and at the same time keeping Cleveland bottled up defensively.
As I said, Tim, before that you're looking at 5:32 to go in the game, and we're looking at 39 shots by the Komets, and that's about what it should be. Should end up the game with about between 42 to 45 shots. Get up to 50 range, you're really bombarding that goaltender. But I suppose on the average, you look between 40 to 42 shots per game in this IHL.
Well, I didn't think they'd make it this far on shots on goal, really, but they've really opened it up. Face off into the Fort Wayne zone. Richison feeds it up to Boyce. He clears it out to center ice. Glove down by Davidson. Dumps it into the corner. Travis Thiessen around to Priestley. Gancher, lead pass up to Leach. Has it. Intercepted by Davidson. Bouncing puck taken by Priestley. A shot. Nice save by Reddick. Pokey playing an excellent game tonight.
Nice slice by Leach on Richison. He's letting everything go, Tim.
Well, at least it didn't Derek Martin. Here goes Savage. He's checked off the puck. Leach dumps it right back into the Fort Wayne zone.
That should be an icing.
And it is. An icing against Cleveland with 4:42 left. 4-1. Komets in the lead. Of course, if Pokey keeps on playing like this, you keep playing Pokey, right?
Oh, undoubtedly.
You play the hot goalie.
You got to go with them until they start getting frustrated and
I was talking to this man. before the game up in section 1, and he showed me the sign, and they did get it on. Good gone.
That's a wild one, isn't it?
Oh, boy.
That's section 1, people.
The youth of the imagination of youth these days is, whoa. Got the A, just missed. Backhanded out to center ice. Savage. Boy, they've been all over Joel tonight, haven't they? Oh. Everybody stood up well to the stuff, though, and falling down, Mikhailuk. Komets make the line change. We've got 3:50-some left in the game, 3:54 left. 4-1 Komets.
Nice move by Wilkie behind the net. Beautiful play.
Take care. Brown behind the net. Fletcher waits. Flips it back to Hurd. Goes into the corner. Fletcher will go after it. Fletcher. Look at Fletcher move around. He goes to the net. Puck comes up along the boards. Fletcher goes behind the net for it. It's taken by Cleveland, though. Dumped out to Kevin McDonald at center ice. And down into the Fort Wayne zone, Mark Major. Right in front and missing the open net was Cleveland. Jeez. Hey, look out lower. 11.
Not a real hard shot there. Let's just hope it's a nice little easy one there. Oh, yes.
$71.45 tonight's attendance. Folks, there's 1,000 people missing out here. Where are you? And what are you doing? And believe me, get out here tonight. 6 o'clock game time at the Coliseum. Game 2 of the Turner Cup. It's the Komets send the same Cleveland Lumberjacks. Be there or be square. Nothing else going on yet. So why aren't you here?
Oh, whoa. Crying out loud.
And he's calling this one. Adam finally makes the call, a hold against Muskegon. Geez, that's twice tonight.
Hey, he grabbed Hankinson's jersey so hard it turned to 30. His number's 15.
I got that. I thought you said you were bad at math, Randy.
I can figure that one out.
Okay. That's Tour.
Very stupid penalty. I can see it hooking somebody like that, but...
yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, one of the reasons I think Fort Wayne's going to win this in 5 games is the fact that they're not going to take as many stupid penalties as what Cleveland does.
Well, you've already commented on Scotty Gruhl down there in the corner where he had perfect right to go ballistic, I guess, you know, and he did. Scotty was real cool. Muskegon walked.
Hey, that's Cleveland 3 times. 2 for me, 1 for you.
With the penalty, so I think you're right, Tim. That's going to be a big key in this series.
Komets on the power play. Al Tour gets the 2-minute hold call. So we've got 2:45 left in the game, and any hopes that Cleveland had of getting this one tied up just about disappeared because the Komets have got the power play. Grant Richison with the puck. He fires it in off the boards. Left behind the net by Racine, fired on around the near side, and Richison tries to keep it in, but it's tipped back down to the Fort Wayne zone. And Reddick will play it on up to Lee Davidson. Lee Davidson looks for somebody. Bobby J takes the puck. Bob fires it in. Racine knocks it down behind the net. Leaves it for his defense to clear. They don't get it quite out. They should carry it out. They finally get it out to center ice. Jean-Marc to Wilkie. 1:08 left in the Komet power play. Jean-Marc Richard up to Savage off his skate. Ganscher goes after it. And Priestley will dump it back down into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick will give it to Bob Wilkie. 55 seconds left in the Komet power play. 1:45 left in the game. And Randy, this one's in the bag.
Well, you know what Jim Amseth would say.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it. I don't want Vi mad at me. Chibriev, oh! One-timer went wide. Chinner with the puck. Colin Chin. Back out to Jean-Marc. Winds up. Fakes a shot over to Wilkie. A shot on goal. Savage right there. Back out to Wilkie. Racine, nice clear around to the near boards. Jean-Marc backhands it over to Colin Chin. Bouncing puck. And Mikhailuk tries to get by his man. Nice job of keeping it in. The Komets did. Whoa, bouncing puck. Oh.
Colin was going for the old top of the corner.
Yes, he was. Less than a minute left in period 3 of this hockey game, and the Komets are on the verge of taking a 1-0 lead in the Turner Cup quarterfinal series here. 40 seconds left. Duberman into the zone. Mikhailuk with him. Right out front, look out, shot high over the Fort Wayne net. You're not going to get any goals.
Equally important, Tim, right now, you can't let Cleveland get a goal here
Yeah,
either.
you don't want them to get any sense of confidence. And, oh, geez, Gruhl took his man down. No call on that. We got a 2-on-1. Willett winds up, and the shot is a nice save by Racine. 16 seconds left in the game. Cleveland just dumps it back out to center ice. Gruhl just flips it back into the zone. 10 seconds left. Here we go, Duberman offsides big time at the Fort Wayne line with 5 seconds left in the game. 4-1 Komets. Look at the shots on goal so far. 41 for the K's, 20 for the Cleveland Lumberjacks. 4-1 Komets. 7,145 happy fans tonight.
Really surprised there's not more, though.
Oh, you did? You didn't relay that to me, though.
Looks like he
Pat's
does.
claiming victory on this, the total attendance. That's going to do it. A 4-1 victory for the Fort Wayne Komets over the Cleveland Lumberjacks in Game 1 of the Turner Cup playoffs, giving the Komets a 1-0 lead in the best of 7 series. And I think 4-1, you add those up, that means 5. I think the Komets are going to take this one in 5 games. So the Komets up with a good first step on the long road to the Turner Cup finals. 4-1, Komets over the Lumberjacks. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up right here on Channel 10. This is Common Hockey.